Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Queen Sugar. So today I have a pick a card reading that looks into what general messages your spirit tribe, your ancestors, any loved ones have for you at this time. So take a moment to just clear your mind, clear your energy, and just allow any thoughts to kind of just, sit still, throw them in the back of your mind for a second so you can just channel the energy of your guides, of your ancestors, of your loved ones that have messages for you, and allow them to lead you to the door or doors that best represent those messages that they have for you at this time. So pile number 1 will be the purple door, pile number 2 will be the pink door, and then pile number 3 will be the blue door. Once you've selected your door or doors, feel free to click the timestamp below to watch your portion of the video. As always, I appreciate the love, the support, and the kindness from everybody that supports my channel, and I hope you all enjoy the reading. Let's get started. Hello, pile number 1. This will be for those that selected the purple door. So let's go through your cards and just see what general messages we have for you at this time. So our first card is number 19, Rest and Rejuvenation. Number 42, Woman Holding a Coin. Number 41, 7th Chakra, Archangel Uriel, which is your crown chakra. And then number 3, Blossoming Abundance. So let's start off with these cards first, and then we'll get into your additional oracle cards and tarot cards. So just from these 4 cards, one of the big messages that I'm hearing is that some of you are sitting on a money bank in terms of like a great idea, a great concept that will allow you to profit. Oh my gosh, I'm channeling like multiple messages now. I was saying that you're sitting on a great idea that is profitable for you. And in addition to that, this idea is something that can be international. It's not limited to just like one space or to one niche. It's like, I'm just hearing international, all over the world. I see that in order to really allow this work and this abundance to kind of flow to you in terms of the idea and the plan for it, you have to ground your energy a little bit more. You have to rest more. You cannot overthink and overwhelm your mind with so many thoughts that are just, unhealthy, self-sabotage, like those type of things. So let's say you are someone that has been thinking of an idea, but for the first couple of trials it just hasn't worked really well for you. There's a lot of hiccups. Maybe you're trying to design something and there's so many bugs, or there's so many error messages that are popping up. Or if you're trying to create something like in terms of artwork, you don't feel like you're in the right space for it. You make something and you don't like it, you're not in love with it. And I get that once you kind of like let go of this, I have to do this in order to make it, I have to create this piece, design this app, whatever it is, and you just kind of rest on it, the solution comes to you naturally. The plan comes to you naturally. And that's what you do to take off and to, launch this idea, launch this brand, launch this business, whatever it is. So that's for some of you that are interested in something like that. I also see that your spirit guides are telling you at this moment to, take a mental break, because we have 2 cards that have so much purple in it, and that's connected to your crown chakra. And then we also have that rest and rejuvenation. So there's this energy of like you needing to not overthink, to not stress yourself out when it comes to your work, or just like where you are in life. I get some of you are just kind of in this space where you're overthinking, like, am I supposed to be where I am right now? Everybody else is doing this, but I'm still here, X, Y, and Z. Like, stop comparing yourself. It's another thing that I hear. I'm picking up this energy that you need to make a priority to engage in peaceful thinking, but also to taking care of your body and resting. Not exhausting yourself, not doing the most. So like, for example, let's say you like to work out really hard in the gym and lately you've been feeling a lot of pain in a certain area. Don't keep working out so extremely to where you're going to cause strains on your body or eventually break something. So take it easy on yourself for a little bit of time and make adjustments as needed. That's the thing about life, is that you never do the same thing forever and always. Like, there are going to be adjustments that might need to be made, with your routine, or like how you show up every day, because you're in a different phase, you're learning, different things. And oftentimes our bodies are, catching up with the time and catching up with the different changes. So there's going to be moments where we have to change and adjust, and not being afraid to do so. I'm also seeing too that your spirit guides, your ancestors want you to know that it's safe for you to dream, is what I'm hearing them say. It's safe for you to dream. It's safe for you to have an imagination. I think that, there's a few of you that may have dealt with this in your childhood, where maybe someone has told you like, oh, you can't think of that, you can't be that, you can't do that. So then you kind of lost a little piece of your imagination. And so spirit is saying it's time to get that back. It's time to get connected to that inner child that once was very imaginative and would love to explore, would love to try things out, and not be afraid to wish upon the stars. And I'm also seeing that some of you are going to get to a space where you're free of headaches and migraines. This is coming from somebody that deals with migraines. So it's truly a blessing that you're getting this message if you have been suffering from those for a while. I'm also seeing this open and free flowing channel of information coming towards you as well, which can allow you to make the next moves that you want to make, where you're tapped into your energy, you're tapped into your higher self intuition, and you're allowing that to guide you and lead you in a way that will move you forward. I'm also getting this message for one person or a couple of people. Definitely explore your past life. Like, if you can pick a card readings that are connected to that, or get a personal reading with someone that does past life readings, do that, because some of those past life readings are going to help you figure out like what to do in this particular lifetime. I'm also hearing spirit say check where your north node is, because your north node is where, in terms of your natal chart, is where you want to pay attention to and embody those characteristics and those strengths of that sign, or where the north node is. All right, so let's get into your other oracle cards. We had the number 33, stars, divine guidance. I don't know why, but that just made me laugh, because I was just talking about like north node, and then this is like telling us like guidance, and your north node guides you, and it tells you what you're doing in this lifetime. We have number 12, peace, harmony. So that's very befitting in terms of like, that need of resting, the need of just like practicing peaceful meditations, affirmations, and just kind of like clearing out clutter and disorganization within your mind, within your energy. We have number 36, power lines, energy. And I feel that this card represents this energy of you needing to tap into your ancestral energy and your spirit guides energy from time to time, especially when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel stressed out, when you need guidance. And then also know too that you are all connected. So if they're stressed out, if they're not feeling like they're getting attention, or the conversations, or the nourishment as well, they're going to kind of pull on your energy more, because they need to feed off of it. And so making sure there's a balance of like, you're grounding yourself, you're talking to your guides, your ancestors, you're thanking them, putting some water out, with lighting the candle, setting that intention like this is for them. If you have like extra food, like setting that intention as well too. And think of yourself eating the food for all of you, and it's it's very nutritious, and it's nourishing your body and also their energy. We have number 24, romance. Let's not fit with that card. This is showing us one of the things I get first with this card is bigger than like the romance piece, but more so you receiving these accolades for the successful idea, that new idea, that launch, whatever it is that you're conjuring up. People are going to want to work with you, people are going to want to collaborate with you, people are want to interview with you, like put you on the spotlight, because the idea, whatever you're launching, is like top tier. It's a game changer. And a lot of people want to, learn more about you and the work that you do, what you created and worked on. Even if it's like something behind the scenes, like still they want to, know you more in terms of like, who is this person that, drew up this success. And then in terms of romance, there can be an energy of like love wanting to come in. I feel that the love piece is more so, it's very gentle, it's light, it's not heavy, it's not dark. That love energy is also feels new. And it can be a renewed love, but I feel like it's more new. It's like a newer love, a newer person in terms of that. And then we have number 29, Shattered. I feel with the Shattered card here, this kind of gives me this vibe of like that's what's going to happen in terms of like, not in a scary way, but more so like, think of a tower, like the Tower card, where the tower shakes things up. That's what's going to happen with you. Things are getting to a space where it's going to move kind of quickly, it's going to move fast, a lot of changes. So maybe you're starting to get a lot of interviews all of a sudden, maybe you're starting to get a lot of clients all of a sudden, maybe people are purchasing so many things from you, and that's what's going to happen with you, which is very successful. Oh, look at that. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this just really highlights this successful idea, launch, whatever it is that you are getting ready to work on or, create, is going to be rewarding. Sorry about the dog in the background. Someone's dog is barking. I think their owner left. And then we have the number, or 7 of Wands. So I feel like with the 7 of Wands here, this represents this energy that there might be someone that will try to discourage you from moving forward with your idea. This person might try to make you feel like, oh, maybe you shouldn't do that. Like, remember how I was talking about earlier with the imaginative idea of like, as a child, you may have had these great ideas and this great imagination, but someone like shot it down and you just were afraid to dream and to, imagine things. And so with this piece, it gives me the vibe of like, don't let that energy come back again to stop you from moving forward, to living your dreams, to creating dreams and fulfilling them. More so, protect your dreams and keep them to yourself most of the time. And like, put the work in, connect with your guides and your ancestors, and allow them to lead you and push you and direct you in terms of how to get to that dream, how to fulfill that prophecy. And I will also be mindful too that those that, it's a quote from a song that I love, I can't think of the name of it, but the quote is basically saying like, if they don't know your dreams, they can't shoot it down. So basically, when you keep your visions and your dreams to yourself, no one can taint them, no one can wish badly upon those dreams, because they don't know what they are. So like, be very mindful like who you share your dreams with and who you talk to about certain things, and just frequently pray over and protect your visions and your goals and your dreams. That way that energy is always safe, and it can eventually manifest into 3D. All right, so that is what I have for you all in terms of these general messages. Let me see if there's anything else that I'm picking up here. Honestly, I think that's it. So yeah, I really hope that you, oh, you know what? I just thought about this. Your door is purple. And then I was saying there's a lot of purple in these cards. Even in this card, there's purple. So clearly the crown chakra is a chakra that needs your attention and that needs to be balanced and worked on a little bit more. So definitely look into that. And yeah, that's pretty much it now. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate the love and the support, and I wish you all the best. Bye. Alrighty, this will be for those that selected pile number 2, which is the pink door pile. So we are going to go through your different oracle cards. We're going to also go through the two tarot cards at the very end as well, and just see what general messages Spirit has for you at this time. It can be connected to any area of your life, so take it as it resonates and apply it, as you see fit. So let's start out with the first 4 cards, which are from the Energy Oracle deck. So your first card is number 16, Patience. Number 28, Victory. Number 12, the Temple Path. And then number 13, Financial Constraints. Alrighty. So I'm picking up a variety of messages, and one of the first messages that I see here is that some of you have been applying for a new job, a new position, and you've been waiting to hear back. You've been either waiting to get like the initial interview, or you've just been waiting to hear back from your interviews, and get like an update on the status of your application and where you are in the process. And it definitely looks like a lot of you are in a space where you're going to be offered, you know, a nice salary and like a good contract, a good deal for the position. Some of you that are still waiting, you know, just to get that initial interview, you're going to hear back from the hiring manager to schedule that initial interview. And that's one thing that I'm picking up here. And I do see this new position is definitely fulfilling financially, but also just professionally for you. It would definitely put you in a space where you're going to continue to level up in your career field and just do well with it. I also see another message that Spirit has for you is that this is the time where you are in the process of your spiritual evolution, your spiritual like growth season. And this journey that you are on or about to, you know, start is one, destined, you know, it's something that you can't avoid. But then two, it puts you in a position where you are just more and more in alignment with your higher self and all of your spiritual purposes for this lifetime as well. I also see that this is a space and a moment where your soul is processing, you know, previous experiences from other lifetimes, but also this current lifetime, and allowing you to just heal from it fully and, you know, develop, you know, additional how do I word this, like additional understanding and, you know, just strengthen your personal growth from it as well, and as well as like the life lessons that come along with it. And, you know, as you're going along this path, you're always protected, you're always, you know, guided along the way, and you can call upon your spiritual tribe, your ancestors, your guides, to assist you as needed. You're never alone. You never have to do anything by yourself. Sometimes we might feel that way, but in reality, Spirit is always speaking to us and directing us along the way. And your higher self is obviously there as well too, to guide you and to lead you closer and closer to your path. And you will be victorious, right? There's nothing that you're doing in this moment that's wrong or that's not putting you in that position. It's more so just being patient and then allowing the progress to come along this way. And sometimes too, we don't always see the progress. That doesn't mean it's not happening, but you know, you are being guided at this moment to continue to move forward in the direction that you're heading. And then when I feel like with the financial constraints 2 card, I think that it shows me that some of you are outgrowing habits where maybe you didn't have the best spending habits or just the best understanding of, you know, money. And I think too, some of you are needing to release any restrictions or any lack mentality you have when it comes to money, because there might be some money concerns that you're experiencing now where you feel like you don't have enough or you're lacking. And the more you feel that way, the more you're going to experience that. So it's best to, you know, shift that thinking and know that more is to come, more is on its way to you. And it's more than enough out here for everybody, including yourself, regardless of, you know, what field you're in, what brand you're trying to create. Think of it as like, you know, a lot of times folks might want to start a business. Let's say you want to start like your own, I don't know, YouTube channel or your own makeup business. People might say, oh, there's so many people that, you know, have channels, or some people that have makeup companies. And it's like, there's enough, you know, money out here for everybody to be successful. So not letting that fear as well get in the way of you pursuing your goals and your dreams. Let's see, what else can I pick up here? And, you know, as more of the funds come in for you, you'll feel this freedom, right? You'll feel this ability to, you know, try to explore and try different things. But also a key thing is that you have to start feeling that way before you get additional money. Like, you cannot feel this lack-free mindset and everything after you get the money. You got to get it. You got to have that mentality beforehand, right? So practice it in some way. Don't be afraid to treat yourself every now and then. Don't be afraid to just order a quick meal if that's more convenient and it makes the best sense in that moment. Let's say you're like, I want to get something to eat, but I don't feel like cooking for the next 2 hours because I don't feel well. Treat yourself to something that is prepared for you. That way your body can rest and your body can heal, versus you know, getting up, working hard to cook this meal and feeling even worse after it because you didn't let your body rest. So, you know, be strategic and mindful about that. Alrighty, so now let's get into these other cards. So we have number 26, fence, which is boundaries. Number 2, flamingo, which is fun. And then number 22, butterfly, metamorphosis. So that was kind of what I was, hinting at earlier with this change, shift potentially as you're going on this, spiritual path, this spiritual journey. And then 2, knowing that there's going to be some changes that you're going to start to experience over time, and welcome that change in, because it's going to be rewarding. It's going to be a beautiful change, and it is going to uplift you. It is going to allow you to vibrate at a different frequency than you have before. I feel like with the fence and with the boundaries and the fun card, it gives me this vibe that kind of connected to the money piece of where don't put too many restrictions or boundaries on your spending all the time, to where you don't have any type of fun, where you don't do anything that is rewarding, or it makes you feel like you got to hold on to your money tighter, right? So like I said before, if you know for a fact it's going to take you 2 hours to cook a meal versus you getting something to go from a restaurant nearby, which will be 15 minutes or less, to save you 2 hours of time and to allow your body to rest, and it's still, a nutritionist meal, why not do that? It's not saying do it every day, but more so like being mindful, like it's okay to spend money, like being okay with that, and knowing that money is going to circle back to you and come back to you tenfold. So just because you're spending $15 on something to eat out, doesn't mean, oh man, I'm never gonna get that $15 back. It's like, no, I'm gonna spend this 15 and I know I'm gonna get it back tenfold. Somehow, some way, $150 is gonna find me. And then it's like you never even really spent the $15 to begin with. So being strategic, obviously, if you have goals and are trying to budget for things, that is important as well too, but don't get to the point where you're afraid to just spend a little bit of money because you feel like you will never have enough, because that's just going to attract more and more of those same experiences over and over again, and then you really won't be able to have fun because you're always worrying. And know too that you can plan to save for something that is fun. So let's say you want to go on a trip soon, like plan to save for that trip, or even if it's just a portion of it. There's different things that you can do, different avenues that you can take to have fun and to enjoy yourself over time. And I noticed in the numbers 222 as well too, so those are be symbolic for you and significant as well. And I just noticed with the flamingo, it's like there's 2 birds there, so just like gives me this partnership vibe for some reason. So maybe we might get some more cards from this deck, because this is technically from a love oracle deck, and see what else we get in terms of like romance and love. Maybe spirit is also telling you to be patient, because there is a connection coming in, or a connection will be revisiting you. We have number 3, growth. So we talked about spiritual growth. Look at that. And then we have fate, number 19. And and I mentioned that too, how like the path was destined. So that just really highlights this energy of a lot of the growth and experiences that you're encountering and about to go through is fated, it's destined. It's something that you couldn't avoid, and it's a great thing that you're going through this, because you're getting it out the way. And then 2, you're setting yourself up for even further success, because you're able to learn those life skills, those lessons and experiences, grow from them, share that wisdom with other people, and help those people grow too, and then continue doing well in your life. And I'm noticing that you're the only card out of our like 3 piles that has like multiple steps, and then you have this simple path with the multiple steps. So like you're just leveling up. This is your season of level up. This is your era of leveling up. This is your era of being getting what you want, soft life, like all of the different things. As long as you allow yourself to experience it and not feel so restricted, not feel like you can't do certain things because of X, Y, and Z, but more so, even let's say you're budgeting for something, and your friends want to do something, but it's out of your budget for the week. Instead of saying like, oh, I don't have the money, oh, I can't do this, it's saying like, I look forward to the next week when we're able, or the next time we're able to go out and, do X, Y, and Z. So you're not like making that a negative thing, more so like we're planning for something in the future that I'm going to be able to do and attend for, and attend and plan for financially, and still have fun and enjoy myself, right? Or if it's possible, let's say it isn't in the budget for this week, but maybe there's something you can do for next week where you adjust it to where that money that you would have used next week can go towards the week that the plans are, made, and then you can go out that week, and then the next week, you don't have to worry about doing anything extra. Like there's ways that you can flex it and make it fun and make it adaptable for your situation as needed. I'm noticing the color is orange in a lot of these cards, so the sacral chakra is significant for your pile as well. So do some sacral chakra work that's connected to, like, the divine feminine center, energetic center, if you want to call it. It's connected to our desires. It's connected to like our sensuality, our sexuality, our just the different sensations, that this level of just feeling, this energy of receptivity and inviting the soothing and embrace, like warm embrace type of energy as well too. So really look into that chakra. Make sure that it is balanced. You can listen to meditations or songs on YouTube. You can read about it. You can eat certain fruits and vegetables connected to that chakra as well, and that should help shift it and balance it out, especially if it is imbalanced. And then also too, if there are some imbalances there, and then also too, it can help open it up further. All right, and then let's get into your tarot cards, which are, look at that, numbered, or the 9 of Cups. And noticing how I said open it up even further than like the curtain is open, so that's very funny. That's there. But also the 9 of Cups talks about what I was mentioning with the sacral chakra, your wishes, your desires being met, your desires being fulfilled. And so really tapping into that energy and understanding, like, what do you really want out of life? What are your truest desires? What are your truest wants, right? And sitting with that, reflecting on that, meditating on that, and then allowing that energy to come in for you, but also to allowing yourself to embrace the energy of those type of desires. Like how I said before, you can't feel relieved in all the things that you would quote unquote feel when you get the money. It's more so you got to start feeling that now, so you can attract it in your life very easily and attract better experiences when it comes to that. So that's very befitting. And then look at that, we have the 3 of Pentacles. And I think I mentioned, was this the pile where I mentioned like your spirit tribe, like connecting with them, they're guiding you, they're supporting you. And if you notice in this card, there's 3 like big lanterns, 1, 2, 3, and then this is the 3 of Pentacles, and there's 3 women here. So that just shows you have 3 significant ancestors or spirit guides assisting you, working with you, wanting the best for you. And it's not saying like the other ones are not doing that, but it's like 3 energies that are very strong here that want you to succeed and want you to lean on them and ask for their assistance, ask for their guidance as needed, and not being afraid to do so. As I mentioned, 222, I'm seeing the number 333 as symbolic as well too. So 222 and 333 could be like their angel numbers for you when they're near you and want you to kind of tap into the energy that you're currently experiencing or channeling. There could be like a message that they want you to like listen to at that moment. So pay attention to your surroundings, pay attention to your thoughts, especially if you do see those numbers. Angel numbers have been creeping up on me very lately, and so I feel that when they do that, it's symbolic, because it represents that your guides are trying to get your attention, because this is a season where they're communicating with you very strongly, and the kind of like the veil is very thin to where you're going to be picking up on it a lot. So be mindful about that as well too. Let's see if there's anything else that I have for you in terms of the messages from your guides and just like general messages here. When it comes to the love piece, I feel that it comes to you at a time where, how do I word this? It's more than like you don't see it coming. It's more so it comes to you along your journey. Like it's just perfect alignment. It doesn't interrupt your experience as you're growing and evolving. It doesn't disturb your peace. It just flows nicely, right? When you think about like traffic and things of that nature, when you're like driving a highway or an expressway, if you are flowing, driving a certain way on the the highway or the expressway and then someone's trying to merge in, it's like it's supposed to be a very smooth flow. It shouldn't be like abrupt where someone has to stop hard or speed up super fast. It's like it should just flow naturally, and it should be very smooth. It should be, very fluid. And Spirit is saying at this time that you have to be in a space where when you feel that naturally and you're not even like questioning or wondering when things are going to happen, that's when things start happening. And it's like not on your radar. It's like love is not on my radar in the sense of where like I'm waking up every day thinking about it. It's more so like today's gonna be a great day. I'm gonna dress up, how I want to dress up, love on myself, pour more love into myself, pour love into the people around me, do the things that make me happy, eat healthy, exercise, all the things. And then it's like when this person comes in, it flows in nicely to where it's not like this big destruction of your schedule or your routine, and so that's how that connection evolves, and that's how it shows up for you, which is beautiful because you don't want something that's going to disturb your peace or your routine. You want something that's going to help you evolve, help you grow, but also blend in nicely with how, with the things within your life currently. Okay. So yeah, that's what I have for you all that selected this pile. I do hope that this message resonated with you and you found some significant messages out of here that can assist you over time. Alrighty, so I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate the love and the support, and I wish you all the best. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. This will be for those that selected the blue door. So we are going to go through your different cards here and see what general messages Spirit, your Spirit tribe, ancestors, guides have for you at this time. We're going to start off with your oracle cards, the 4 energy oracle cards, and then we'll go through the rest, and then we'll go through your tarot cards as well too. Alrighty, so let's see what energy oracle cards we have here in terms of the general messages Spirit has for you at this time. So the first card that we have here is number 6, contract. We have number 15, appreciation, and that equals 6 as well. So 666 can be symbolic for you, another angel number to add to your list, to pay attention to be mindful of, to research, and then that's appreciation. We have number 53, magician in the mirror. And it kind of gives me that scale vibe too within like that contract card. So maybe Libras are significant to you some way, somehow, or maybe just the energy of what a Libra is can be very symbolic for you. And then we have number 46, the thinking man, and also has a 6 in it. Alrighty, so in terms of the general messages that Spirit has for you at this time, one of the biggest things that I'm seeing here is some of you will be negotiating with a potential employer or a current employer or some type of company, business, and it is important that the contract that you are negotiating includes all of the wants and the necessities required of you, but also to any significant pay that you need to have or protection of pay, whatever it is, it needs to be in there. You need to go through it thoroughly. Don't just skim it, go through it thoroughly, highlight if you have to, if you're allowed to do that, and make sure everything is up to par. It makes sense to you. If it does not make sense, ask questions. If you need to go to a legal counsel, do that. But the idea is that you want to make sure all of your contracts are accurate, they are up to date, that they are clear, you can understand it, there's no like holes in it or whatever, to where someone can cause harm to you financially or whatever it is, right? So that's the first message that I see here. The second thing that I'm getting is that it's so interesting. I'm channeling this actually, and I'm looking at my hands, and I feel like I'm making a W, and I was going to say marriage and then W, wedding. So some of you will be in a position where you could be dating someone for like 6 months, and then you get engaged, and then you all get married 6 months later. Obviously that's for the people that want to get married and feel that connection, that energy coming in for them. And I see with that piece, this is saying you're marrying someone that does appreciate you, that does love you, that does care about you, wants to take care of you, that genuinely has your best interests at heart. And now I'm looking at this card, and I always say, to me, it looks like he's about to propose, the way he's like looking at that crystal. And you've done a lot of work on yourself to heal, and now you're able to attract a partner that is in the same space as well, where they have done that work, and they have healed significantly, and they're ready for a committed relationship, and ready for this time to settle down and be with the person that they're meant to be with, their person, right? And same for you. And so this is just letting you know that time is coming, and don't sweat it in a sense where you're like always wondering, like, is it gonna happen today, is it gonna happen next month? Like, more so, like, just enjoy your life, do your thing, live your best life, dress with confidence, walk into a space with confidence, love on yourself, pour out that love to the ones that love you as well too. And you'll see the direction that people start to go in when it comes to you, but also too, you'll end up meeting that person or crossing paths with the person where you will be marrying them in a relationship with, and then building that life and that family with them as well. Another message that I'm seeing here is that you have the power to create the life that you want for yourself. Yes, things have been pre-orchestrated, and things were predestined, but also you have that free will to make adjustments as needed, and to get you to where you want to be. So if you feel like you need to be at a certain place in your life at a certain time, you have the ability to change the script and work towards that to where it works in your favor. It doesn't have to be as many difficulties. And sometimes what can allow you to experience it quicker is to learn the lessons sooner. Put the work in earlier, put the work in consistently, and then make the progress and make those changes, changing your mindset, changing the way that you show up for yourself daily, changing the way that you show up for your business or for your job every day. Like, whatever it is, like, being that version of yourself that has all of the things and experiences that you do want to have, and that is going to allow you to attract it with ease, and also to let you gravitate towards it very smoothly, without a lot of difficulties from time to time. Alrighty, so now we're going to go through your other oracle cards. So the first card we have here is number 10, coins, good luck. Number 43, infinity, unlimited potential. And then number 13, medical staff healing. And that's what I was kind of talking about too. It's like, you do the work, you put it in, you're going to see these beautiful changes. Like, it's inevitable. Like, you have to see the changes because you put the work in, and you're matching. Your mind is going to match. Your reality is going to match your mind. Your mind is the home of all of your thoughts and your thinkings and your beliefs and your feelings. And so if you have great thoughts, if you have this good energy within yourself, it is going to translate in the physical at some point. And just be patient with it, because it's definitely going to show out. And I feel like with good luck, this is a season where a lot of good luck is just on your side, to where you're just going to be experiencing people doing great things for you. Like, somebody might pay for your food all the time whenever you're going out, or buy you a drink all the time whenever you're out and about. I've had moments where, like, people have paid for my food, my friends' food, for all of us, because they just wanted to be thoughtful. Like, there have been moments I've set the intention, like, I don't know how I'm gonna get something free today, but I'm gonna get it free, and I'll end up getting something free because I make that that intention. I have that thought. But also too, my energy overall is something where I know good things are happening for me, good things are going to happen to me, and it's not something that's rare. It's something that I experience every day. And so shifting the way that you think and the way that you experience your life will allow you to have those type of rewards and benefits over time. And also too, it allows other people to fulfill their prophecy and to do great things for others, right? Because sometimes, we hear people say like, oh, I don't want handouts, I don't want X, Y, and Z or whatever, but it could be a part of that person's mission to do something like that, and it's a part of your mission to practice receiving blessings and opportunities, and it's not looked at as a handout. I also see with the infinity unlimited potential, that shows you there's so many ways that you can go, there's so many directions that you can go in, and that's why they're saying you're the magician. You have the ability to change and direct and, rewrite whatever it is that you want. Whatever your story is, you can rewrite it if you wanted to. You have unlimited potential, but you have to understand the power that you have and that you hold, and be clear on like what it is that you really want for yourself. And once you make that decision and you decide, that's when you act upon it. That's when you release it and give it away to the universe. And then you also show up and be that version of that experience, of that lifestyle that you want. And I feel like that's too another message I'm getting from the magician in the mirror, is that create the life that you want and then mirror it physically. It's not saying like, you say you want to be a millionaire. It's not saying like, oh, go buy a Rolls Royce or something like that, especially if you don't have the funds for it in this moment. But more so like, what does it feel like to be a millionaire? It's deeper than having nice things. It's a feeling that comes with it. That's why we always hear the analogy of like, feel it to believe it. Feel it, bring the emotion out of you, because that's going to allow you to gravitate towards it and have it sooner, because you're feeling it and you're being it, right? And so think about what it means to be a millionaire. It might mean you're stress-free, so not stressing out over bills all the time, because millionaire wouldn't stress over a bill, right? Especially if it's like something that's significantly a smaller bill. Of course millionaires have big bills as well too, but this idea of like, if you have $1 million, you wouldn't be worrying about a bill that's $75, right? So being mindful of that. I'm also hearing spirit wants you to heal from previous thoughts that were debilitating you, something that I'm hearing them say, and releasing that lack mentality. I feel like it stirs up from childhood, and I feel like it stirred up from your parents' childhood as well too. So it's deeper. It goes to like your grandparents, to your great grandparents. And so releasing that contract, releasing that energy, so you are breaking the cycle. That way no one else has to suffer as much. Of course, generations along the way, they're going to do what they want to do, but if you break it within your lineage, you're at least giving people the clean slate to start anew, and then you can do the same thing as well, so giving yourself that clean slate. All right, so let's see what other cards we have here. We have number 44, synchronicity, and that matches 444. That number has been following me, oh my gosh, so much lately. So 444 represents protection. It represents your thoughts and your goals are protected, in that whatever it is that you want, your spirit tribe is here to assist you and to guide you along the way. So don't be afraid to do that. And then we have number 1, know your worth. Me, myself, and I always think about that song, and the value is priceless. And that just shows you that whatever you want, you can have it. Know your worth. So if you feel like you are worth all the diamonds in the world, all the money in the world, whatever it is, be that and sit with that, and always have that energy, and never belittle yourself, never let anyone belittle yourself, never put yourself in situations where someone can do that, never let anyone disturb your peace. Like literally holding that torch of light, in a sense of no matter the darkness that someone tries to put over me, I'ma always stand out. I'ma always be lit. I'ma always be this light, because I'm a light within myself, and I carry that light, I carry that torch. And then also too, it gets to a point where you no longer attract people that devalue you, but also you're going to attract everybody because you're a light. But if someone does come towards you that doesn't appreciate you, you know how to get rid of them. You know how to not entertain them. You know how to let it go, and you don't worry about it. You don't question it. You like, what, this is beneath me, honestly, so I'm going to move along. Oh my gosh, well, look at that. Remember I was saying when I was making like the W with my hands, I was like, wedding. We got the 4 of Wands, and this is literally like a wedding card, a marriage card, twin flame card, just love, right? So this matches the vibe of a wedding. So definitely strong, marriage vibes in this pile, especially for those obviously that want to get married and have a family and do all the things. So if you've been wondering, is that in the cards for you? Will that be coming? Yes, of course. Those that will meet that person in 6 months, that's not for everybody, but you'll know if it's for you. You'll feel it. But two, you will be getting married. You will be having a successful relationship that will lead to a healthy marriage and potential family as well too. Oh my gosh. And then as I say family, we get the Empress. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. So beautiful. 444 and then the Empress card. So clearly, if you want to have a child, the Empress is here, the baby is here. And if you don't want kids, but you remember how I mentioned earlier, like you could be launching something, you're negotiating with people. It's like you're finally giving birth to a project. You're finally giving birth to an idea, and that is allowing you to, know that it's profitable, but also too that it can be life changing for so many people. And if you were called to pile number one, check out pile number one. I was looking at this card and it made me think of it because there's some messages there too that could be, helpful for you, especially when it comes to like your business or your job, whatever it is. So yeah, check out pile number one for those that selected this pile. You have the time, because there's definitely some, I won't say similar, there's some similar energy, but there's also some messages from that pile that can help you with this information as well too. Okay. Alrighty, so I hope you all enjoyed your reading. As always, thank you so much for your love and support, and I pray that you found some type of message in here that resonated with you and can assist you along the way. And yeah, I wish you the best. I love you. Bye.